Okay, welcome to CIS268 Software Support. I will be your instructor this semester. My name is Aretha Childress. Okay, your syllabus can be found here in the link here for syllabus. My contact information can be found here under contact information. As an adjunct, I do not have an office on campus. If you need to meet with me, then you need to send me a message via messages here in Blackboard. It's the best way to get in touch with me. I check those a couple of times a day. You can send me an email through my Gmail account here. I check it several times a day as well. I do work a full-time job. I normally don't get off till 2:30, 3 o'clock. So if you send me a message at 9 o'clock in the morning, I probably am not going to answer it to 3:30, 4, even possibly 5 in the afternoon. So just be aware that I'm not going to turn around at 9:30 and you're going to have a response. The best way to get in touch with me will be through Blackboard, like I said, because I do check the classes. If you email me, make sure in the subject somewhere that you put that it's CIS268 so that will flag it for me that it's a student and that I need to get back in touch with you guys, okay? On the home page, if there are any class announcements or messages from me, they're going to show up here. That's why my announcements and my messages is the only thing here. I've took all the clutter out. These are the two things you'll need to focus on. Normally, if an assignment is new assignments posted, deadlines have changed, if I'm going to miss lab, anything like that that goes on, any kind of rescheduling, all that will be posted in announcements, or I will send a message to the class. So you need to kind of look at the home page, and after the first week or two, the home page will be what opens when the class opens instead of the introduction page. Okay, so here it tells you that you need to enter the class, watch the introduction video, which you're doing right now if you're listening to me, and then you'll need to complete your introduction quiz that will show up here in the syllabus link. Okay, right now the syllabus is all that's showing up, but on Monday, Monday the 18th, when classes start, the introduction video is going to have a link here, as well as you'll have a link for the little introduction quiz. It's like 4 or 5 questions. It won't take you 2 minutes to complete, but I need that for financial aid purposes and attendance purposes, for turning in whether or not you've participated in the class the first week of class. So make sure you guys get that completed by the 21st. Alright, let's take a couple of minutes and look at the syllabus for the class. Alright, again, this is CIS268 Software Support. The course provides students with hands-on practical experience in installing computer software, operating systems, troubleshooting software. The class will help prepare participants for the A+ certification sponsored by CompTIA. The course is a suitable substitute for CIS239 networking software. If used, this is a core course for the AAT and AAS CIS programs. And again, my name is Aretha Childress. I've taught, it says 3 years here, but I've taught on and off at SNE for 4 now. I hold a bachelor's degree in computer science from UAH and a master's in software engineering from Auburn. The primary mode of communication, again, is through Blackboard, but if you wish to email me, you can email me at laretha.childress@gmail.com, and make sure you tag in the subject line somewhere CIS268, so like I said, that I'll know it's a class member and then I need to get some attention back on that. If you need to speak with me in person or on the phone, use Blackboard or email and send me a brief message that includes your phone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you need to see me on campus, I do have a Tuesday night class, so we can work out a time maybe on a Tuesday afternoon that we can meet. But like I said, be advised I have a full-time job. If you send me a message at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to get back to you to sometime later on that afternoon or that night. So just be patient. You'll get a response, but it might take a little longer than you would from a full-time instructor that's on campus all day. We do have, it is a blended course, and we do have some lab meetings. It says here it's mandatory. You are supposed to attend the labs. You can pass the class without completing the labs. However, it will affect your grade because you're looking at 75 to 100 points that you will receive zeros for if you don't either complete the lab during that time or during a scheduled makeup lab that will be toward the end of the semester. But here it tells you there it's on Tuesday afternoons. You have one on 9/9, one on 9:30, one on 10/21, and one on 11/18. They're from 4 to 6 p.m. I will not personally be at all these lab meetings for the whole 2 hours. The TA for the department is Miss Hannah Williams, and she will be conducting the majority of the lab session. Like I said, I will be in and out. I do teach a class on Tuesday nights. I will be there, but I won't be in the lab with you guys the whole time. Again, this course, the learning objectives is to prepare you for the A+ certification exam. After completing this class, students should be able to perform PC computer software installations and identify and troubleshoot some PC software issues. You are expected as a student to read, study, work through textbook projects and assignments and activities on your own and stay caught up with the class. All assignments must be completed and turned into the instructor on a scheduled date. Completing the assignments and turning them in on time is the responsibility of the student. I reserve the right to decline any assignments that are late or to deduct points for late assignments. If I do accept it late, there will be a penalty for it being late. Okay? I want to make that clear up front. There was some dissension about it last semester. If it's not turned in by the due date, even though I accept it, you will have points deducted. Makeup exams, we only have a midterm and a final. I don't normally do a makeup unless you've talked to me prior to missing the exam and you have a very good reason for missing the exam, because it's an online class. The exams are usually open for a week, maybe sometimes a little over a week. You should be able to find a time to take the exam sometime in that week. Okay, so I normally don't do makeup exams unless you're in the hospital or something and can't take the exam. If that is the case and you do have extenuating circumstances, you need to get in touch with me so we can work something out. We will cover chapters 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 in your book. Your book is listed here. It's the CompTIA A+ Guide to PC 6th edition, and there's the ISBN. I don't care if you buy it from the bookstore or if you find a cheap used copy on Amazon, but you do need the book. You will have assignments that you need the book. But I don't care where you buy your book. If you buy it at the bookstore, great. If you want to go on Amazon or eBay or wherever and get your book, that's fine too. If you want to rent a copy of the textbook, I believe you can do that through Pearson's website. And I've had a few students tell me that's very inexpensive way to get the book. If you don't want to keep your textbooks, that renting it is an option. So just check into that, but you do need a book. Okay. The first part of the class pretty much covers operating systems and the Windows environment. We are going to talk about Mac, Unix, Linux, some in the class, and that's going to run us through about week 7 or 8 of the class. It's the first half of the class is going to focus on operating systems and Windows, Mac and Linux. It's your responsibility to check Blackboard and to keep up with assignment postings, any quizzes that are posted, and that kind of thing. You do need to check it every day or two for announcements and whatnot, because you are responsible for the assignments and the quizzes, whether you saw the announcement or not. So you need to check Blackboard often. We're going to start out with Chapter 11 and then Chapter 12. There are some assignments that go with those chapters. We'll have a couple of labs during that time that will help you as well with we don't have access to any Mac computers, but we do have Linux and Windows. We're going to do some installations and some playing around in the Linux environment and that kind of thing. Then we have an operating systems research assignment that will come out. It'll open up and you guys can work on that. And then our midterm will cover chapters 11 and 12 and all the operating system materials and the labs from that section. And it's going to be around week 8 of the semester. Then after the midterm, we will cover chapters 13, 14, and 15. 13 is your internet connectivity. 14 is an introduction, very limited introduction to networking, because you do take networking courses. You don't need in-depth networking in this class. And then computer and network security in chapter 15. And then that will wrap up, and your final is not comprehensive. It will cover chapters 13, 14, and 15. We are out for Labor Day, or the college is closed for Labor Day, September the 1st, Veterans Day on November the 11th, and Thanksgiving break runs the 24th to the 28th. The first couple of days are professional development, and then you guys get the rest of the week for Thanksgiving, so we don't have any classes, no students on campus the whole week. If you stop attending class for whatever reason and decide that you're not going to complete the course, it is your responsibility as a student to withdraw officially through student services. Instructors will not be responsible for withdrawing students. If a student fails to withdraw from the course, the final grade will be the grade that you had earned up to the point you stopped participating in class. The last day to drop is Friday, November 21st, which is, I believe, the Friday before Thanksgiving break. And then the last class day is December the 5th, and final exams will run Monday, December 8th through Friday the 12th, depending on how fast we move and if there's any problems. I usually open the final up that last week of classes and let you guys go ahead and take it. It'll close like Monday or Tuesday of the week of finals, and then I go ahead and get your grades in where you guys can know what you made in the class. And I don't believe I'll do anything any different this semester unless for some reason we get way behind. And with the online course, we shouldn't. Use the Blackboard. If you have any problems, there's some links here in this section and a toll-free number that you can call that will help you with Blackboard issues. Grading for this class, you will have a 150-point midterm and a 150-point final. The little OS research assignment is worth 200 points. You'll have other various assignments that could total up to 250, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Labs will be around 75 points, so you have approximately 825 points in the class. Nothing is weighted. At any time, you can figure up points possible up to that point and what you've earned and divide and multiply by 100, and you know your grade. So at any time, you can figure your grades up. Grades are based on 90 to 100 is a A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, and so forth. Standard grading. We are in a classroom class, so part of this behavior is not relevant because you're not in class. You don't have to worry about using your cell phone while you're doing your work because you're not going to be disturbing anybody else at home. As an online student, you are responsible for looking on Blackboard and staying caught up with the class. I didn't see an assignment or I didn't see a quiz. It's not an excuse for not completing it. It's your responsibility. If you are going to have to miss for extenuating circumstances, to get in touch with me about turning things in late or having to take the midterm at a different time or needing to take your final early or whatever. It's your responsibility to contact me. I'm not supposed to look for you. I reserve the right as the instructor to decline assignments or deduct points from assignments that are turned in after the posted due date. Makeup quizzes or exam are given at my discretion. They may be different or more difficult than the regular exam. If students stop attending class, it's their responsibility to withdraw through student services. If a student fails to withdraw, again, you receive the grade that you earned. Okay, during lab time, I don't mind if you have your cell phone, put it on vibrate or silent in your pocket. If you need to take a phone call, you step out in the hall because it does disturb the other students. Lab's a little bit more relaxed, but Don't be carrying on your conversation in the lab room. Take it out in the hall. That way everybody, if myself or Ms. Williams is trying to help students or give instructions, we're not competing for the other students' attention. So that's the only thing about cell phones. If you take a call during lab, just take it out in the hall. Student Success Center is there to assist students. If you can seek help with career planning, tutoring, transfer advice, access to computers, financial aid, transcripts, whatever. It's in the McCain Center on the main Boaz campus. Academic integrity. I don't tolerate cheating. If I catch you and one of your comrades cheating, I will give you zeros on the assignments. So don't cheat. Do your own work. Don't turn in somebody else's work and think I won't catch it. Might not, but I might. And then you're both going to get a zero if I do. Standard college policies apply to all classes and are specified in the Snead State Community College Catalog and Student Handbook. The details are available through the Chief Academic Office. Then, of course, Americans with Disability, we do not discriminate on disability, and if you need special help, you need to register in the McCain there at ada.snead.edu, and they will get in touch with me with accommodations that you need, okay? And, of course, we do not discriminate based on the grounds of race, color, disability, sex, religion, creed, national origin, or age. So, if you have any questions on the syllabus, shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Otherwise, you need to go and take your introduction quiz where I can log you as participating in the class. And I look forward to a great semester.